Level 1, The Fugitives. You are 19 years old, and you have no idea that today is the last normal day of your life. You live in a city ruled by fear, where people whisper, never loudly, never openly, because people disappear, and once they disappear, they never come back. Everyone knows why, but nobody says his name out loud. And you're not alone. 6 other young men share the same fear. One of them is a shepherd, and wherever he goes, his faithful dog follows. At first you think you're safe, but rumors begin spreading. Names are being collected. Homes are being searched. People are vanishing. Then one night, someone brings terrible news. Your names are on the list, not next month, not next week, soon, very soon. Now there are only 2 choices, bow or run, and all 7 of you make the same decision. After sunset, you leave the city behind. No horses, no army, no supplies, nothing but faith and fear. Hour after hour, you climb deeper into the mountains. The path becomes harder. Your legs begin to ache. Your stomach growls. But nobody complains, because being tired is better than being captured. Then, just before sunrise, you find it. A cave, hidden among the rocks. Dark, cold, and forgotten. Perfect. Everyone collapses from exhaustion. One friend laughs. Let's sleep for a few hours. Tomorrow we'll figure everything out. Another smiles. Tomorrow, everyone agrees. You eat the last piece of bread, lean against the stone wall, and close your eyes. None of you know that kingdoms will rise, empires will fall, languages will change, and everyone you love will become history, because tomorrow won't come, not for another 309 years. Level 2, The Stranger. Sunlight enters the cave. You wake up. Everything feels normal. Your friends are stretching, yawning, and laughing. To you, it feels like yesterday never ended, because for you, it didn't. Everyone is hungry. One of your friends reaches into his pocket. The silver coins are still there. Good. That means food. Nothing more. So everyone turns to you. Be careful. Keep your head down and come back quickly, because all of you still believe the king is searching for you. To avoid attention, you cover your head and begin walking. Your friends are waiting. They're hungry, and they trust you. At first, something feels strange. The trees, the roads, even the air. But you ignore it. Food first, questions later. Eventually, you see the city and stop. Something is wrong. Very wrong. The walls are different. The houses are different. The streets are different. Nothing looks familiar. People walk past you, but their clothes are strange. Their voices sound strange. Even their language feels different. Children stare at you. Old men whisper. Women move aside, as if you don't belong. Fear begins creeping into your mind. But your friends are waiting, so you keep walking. Soon, you enter a bakery. The smell of fresh bread fills the room. Finally, something familiar. You smile and prepare to pay, completely unaware that your world ended 309 years ago. A level 3, The Strange Coin. You smile and quietly place a silver coin on the counter. The old baker freezes. His eyes widen. His hands begin to shake. He stares at the coin, then at you, then back at the coin. What is this? You blink. A coin. The old man lowers his voice. Where did you get this? You laugh nervously. My father gave it to me. The bread slips from his hand. People begin gathering. Whispers spread. Ancient treasure, hidden treasure, buried gold. More people arrive. Questions come from everywhere. Who are you? Where did you find this? Who sent you? You don't understand. Nothing makes sense. Then suddenly, armed soldiers appear. One grabs your arm. Another takes the coin. And before you can explain anything, you're under arrest. As they drag you away, fear fills your mind. Not for yourself, but for your friends. Because they're still waiting, hungry, inside the cave, completely unaware. And every minute you don't return, their fear grows stronger. Meanwhile, back inside the cave, 6 young men sit in silence. The shepherd's dog lifts its head, listening, waiting. One friend looks outside. The sun is getting lower. Another whispers, "Why isn't he back yet?" Nobody answers, because deep down, everyone is thinking the same thing. What if the king's soldiers found him, and far away, unknown to them, their worst fear is slowly climbing the mountain? Level 4. The Revelation. Back inside the cave, 6 young men wait in silence. Nobody eats. Nobody sleeps. The shepherd's dog suddenly lifts its head, listening. Then one of your friends sees something, movement, far below. His face turns pale. Soldiers, hundreds of them. Another friend rushes to the entrance and freezes. More soldiers, more people. The entire mountain seems alive. Panic spreads. One friend begins to cry. "They found us." Another whispers, "It's over." Nobody speaks, because all of you believe the same thing. The king finally found you. Then you appear, alive, walking beside a man wearing a crown, and behind him, hundreds of soldiers. Everyone inside the cave freezes. One friend grabs a rock. Another prepares to run. But it's too late. The king slowly enters the cave. Then something unexpected happens. He removes his crown and bows his head. Nobody understands. Not you, not your friends, not even the soldiers. The king looks at all 7 of you and says softly, "Peace be upon you." Silence. One of your friends finally speaks. "Why are you doing this?" The king smiles. "Because unlike the ruler you fled from, this king believes. He listens. For hours, you tell him everything. Your city, your families, your king, your escape, the cave. One night, just one night, the king says nothing, but the scholars around him begin searching old records, ancient names, ancient kings, ancient cities. Hours later, an old man begins to tremble. Another starts crying. And suddenly, everyone understands. 309 years. 309 years have passed. Nobody speaks, because nobody can. Your mother? Gone. Your father? Gone. Your brothers? Gone. Your sisters? Gone. Everyone you loved. Everyone you knew? Gone. Not years ago. Centuries ago. One friend breaks down in tears. Another lowers his head. And another simply stares into the darkness. Because there are no words. No words for losing an entire world. That night, none of you sleep. And somewhere deep inside, for the first time, you begin to understand. You didn't survive. You borrowed time. And now, time is asking for it back.